Okay, so on question 5, the first thing we want to do is identify the A, B, and C values. I'm just going to write that over here. We've got 4x squared minus 5x equals 12. So right now, this is not in standard form. You need to rewrite this in standard form, set equal to 0, because remember in standard form, it's ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So in order to get this equal to 0, we're going to need to subtract 12 on both sides. So make sure your equation is set equal to 0 before you start solving. So this would now give us the proper A, B, and C values. So A being 4, B negative 5, C negative 12. Now we're going to put this into our quadratic formula. So remember, quadratic formula x equals negative b. I'll leave a parentheses space for b, plus or minus square root. We've got b squared minus 4 times ac all over 2a. So now we just have to substitute those values in. So we've got negative b. So I'm going to put my b here, which is negative 5. Place it here as well. We've got our a value and our c value all over 2a. Now from here, we are just going to start simplifying the equation. So we've got x equals negative 5. That's going to turn to a positive 5, plus or minus the square root. We've got negative 5 squared. Negative 5 times negative 5. That is 25. And then we've got negative 4 times 4. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. And then we're going to do negative 16 times 12, negative 12. That's going to be a positive 192. So it is okay to just do this all in one step, kind of on your calculator. And then notice here we have one negative, a second negative, two negatives to make that positive solution. And then that's all over 2a, which is 2 times 8, or 2 times 4, which is 8. So what we have left to do is just add the 192 and the 25 together, and that's 217. So we're going to get x equals 5 plus or minus the square root of 217, all divided by 8. So this is what we would call the exact answer. One exact answer is when I take, I'll put it here, remember we're putting our solution in braces. One exact answer is when we take 5 and we add square root of 217, divide that by 8. And that's because the square root of 217, we know that's not a perfect square. So there's no whole number that multiplies to make 217. The other solution is 5 minus square root 217, all divided by 8. You can leave your answer in this format here. That's called exact form. So the exact solution. If you want to give an approximation, let's open up our calculator here. So if we're putting this into our calculator, I would open up my fraction here, and we've got a 5. We're going to add to that the square root of 217, and we're going to divide that by 8. So this is going to give us an approximation of about 2.5. Okay. Now, we're also going to take the same thing, and we're going to subtract the square root of 217. So it's a little easier if I just copy and paste the whole thing and change that plus to a minus. So those would be our two solutions in an approximate form. And you can put either one of these. So I've got 2.5 in approximate form, and I've got about negative 1.2.